The story of David. David was a young man who grew up in a wealthy family. His father, a successful businessman, had built a vast fortune through his entrepreneurial ventures. David was raised with the best education, luxuries, and comforts. He never wanted for anything. As he grew older, David became increasingly dependent on his father's wealth. He assumed that his father's riches would always be there to support him. He didn't feel the need to work hard or build a life of his own. David's father, noticing his son's lack of ambition, tried to encourage him to pursue his own path. But David was too comfortable in his bubble of wealth. He ignored his father's advice and continued to live a life of leisure. Years passed, and David's father grew old. He fell ill and eventually passed away, leaving behind a vast inheritance. David was now the sole beneficiary of his father's wealth. But David's world was turned upside down when he discovered that his father's wealth was not as vast as he had thought. His father's business was struggling, and the inheritance was much smaller than expected. David was shocked and unprepared. He had never developed any skills or built a career. He had no idea how to manage his father's business or create his own wealth. As the reality set in, David's life began to crumble. He struggled to make ends meet, and his lavish lifestyle disappeared. He was forced to confront the consequences of his own lack of ambition. In a twist of fate, David met a wise old man who taught him the value of hard work and self-reliance. David learned to rebuild his life, starting from scratch. He discovered his own strengths and passions, and slowly, he began to build a new future. David's journey was long and arduous, but he eventually emerged as a successful entrepreneur in his own right. He learned that true wealth comes not from inheritance but from hard work, determination, and a clear vision for one's own future. The story of David serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of relying solely on inherited wealth and the importance of building one's own future. Subscribe on our YouTube channel, and let stories awaken the spirit within.